In the early hours, just before 4 a.m. on a night in August 2020, a concerning incident was captured on video. The footage reveals an unidentified man approaching the house, methodically pouring gasoline from a container over the yard and front porch. Shortly after he moves out of the camera's view, a large fire ignites prominently in front of the camera. Miraculously, no one was injured during this incident. However, the fire resulted in unfortunate damage to 2 houses and a vehicle. The homeowner, perplexed by the event, reported having no knowledge of who the perpetrator could be or the possible motivations behind this destructive act. In July 2021, Amanda Nogue shared a distressing video on Facebook captured from her Ring doorbell camera. This incident occurred as she was settling in for the night. She received a notification that someone was at her door. Upon checking the app, she saw a man with gray hair and a full-grown gray beard persistently knocking and ringing the bell. Not recognizing the man, Amanda chose to ignore the knocking. However, the stranger didn't leave. He repeatedly stated that he wanted to talk to her and had questions for her.
Are you sure? I just rang your doorbell because I have a couple questions for you. Are you sure? I just rang your doorbell because I have a couple questions for you. Are you sure? What? Are you sure? I just rang your doorbell because I have a couple questions for you. Are you sure? Are you positive? Are you sure? Are you absolutely certain?
Feeling uneasy, especially since she was home alone, Amanda contacted her husband to inform him of the situation and also called 911. Her husband, accessing the camera from his phone, saw the man. Ignoring him wasn't effective, so he decided to communicate with the man using the doorbell's speaker function.
Who are you? What? Yeah? Are you sure? Who are you? Hey, I just had a couple questions. I just wanted to ask you about making sure. Yeah, can you hear me? What I'm looking for is for the girl that's in the house to come out here because I'm going to take her in. You have her open the door? You're racing the girl that's on the other side of the store when she lets me in. I want to rip her and kill her because I have a knife and a gun. And I'm going to knock on her door again. Alright.
After a threatening exchange in a stern tone, the man left. He didn't appear to be frightened off. Instead, he calmly walked away, continuing to talk to himself as he went down the street.
Yeah. What?
Although Amanda was terrified by the encounter, she was also concerned that the man might approach another house and possibly harm someone else. Therefore, she posted the eerie footage on Facebook. It was this action that ultimately led to the man's arrest. In this video, a mother and her children are seen hurriedly gathering their belongings following an evacuation order. The scene unfolds in Canyon County, California, during a time when a fierce wildfire was sweeping through the area. In the background of the footage, the menacing presence of the fire and smoke is visible, looming over the neighborhood and the hills beyond. The family packs with urgency, uncertain of how much time they have before the fire reaches them. At one point, a man rushes across the street to warn them that the fire is rapidly approaching.
Everyone evacuate, the fire's coming up! It's okay, girls!
Ultimately, they manage to leave the neighborhood in time, finding refuge in a nearby hotel. After a few days, when the fire near their home had subsided, they returned to assess the situation. Miraculously, their house had survived the blaze unscathed. However, the same fortune did not extend to several other homes in the neighborhood, which were completely devastated by the wildfire. This footage was captured at 3 a.m. on April 9, 2023, in Albuquerque, New Mexico. At the time, the homeowner was asleep, unaware of the events unfolding outside. It was only upon waking up and checking a notification on his phone that he became aware of the incident and reviewed the startling footage. The video shows a woman attempting to gain entry into the house. She is seen trying multiple keys in the door and even searching for a hidden one. The homeowner, upon reviewing the footage, stated that he had never seen this woman before. He also reported that she later began throwing rocks at his car and attempting to unlock it. It seemed probable that she was under the influence of some substance. In a bizarre turn, the woman is seen multiple times trying to insert keys into the doorbell camera itself. After several minutes, she eventually walked away from the property and was not seen there again. Her motives for these actions remain unclear. In December, around 6 p.m., 10-year-old Graydon from Riverton, Utah, was returning home from a basketball practice. During his walk, he noticed a 4-door sedan, occupied by 2 men, trailing him at a slow pace. Alarmed, Graydon quickened his steps. As he walked, the car pulled up beside him. The men inside rolled down the windows and tried to lure Graydon by offering him candy in the back seat. This unsettling encounter occurred just a few blocks from his home. Graydon, wisely ignoring the men, increased his pace even further. In a few seconds, he reached his house's front porch. His family had a doorbell camera, which captured Graydon's arrival. In the background, the car was visible, and Graydon can be seen glancing over at it as he approached the front door. Upon finding the front door locked, Graydon's sense of urgency escalated.
Mom! Who's that? Go away!
Graydon yells out, grabs nearby rocks for self-defense, and then runs to his next-door neighbor's house. Fortunately, their door was unlocked, allowing Graydon to enter and lock it behind him. The car is seen turning around and following him. For several minutes after Graydon's safe retreat, the car continued to linger around the area, seemingly waiting for him to re-emerge. The police were called, and a report was filed. Graydon described the men as being in their 30s or 40s with no facial hair. Both Graydon's family and the police strongly believe that the men were attempting to kidnap him that night. In June 2019, several residences in Chicago experienced a peculiar situation involving a man posing as an investigator named Jeff Rushmore. This individual, however, was a complete fabrication. He masqueraded as an investigator from the local police department, equipped with a counterfeit uniform, a fake badge, and a simulated police radio. This man's act was captured by a Ring doorbell camera.
Can you open the door?
26, I got you en route. Still Park District 821 is going to be the 6th person. 900 North Villa, 907. alarm 4739 Forest, 4739 Forest across the Chicago Prairie, called in by a resident. Nothing showing. Engine 103.
640 George, individual not answering the door.
In the footage, the homeowner doesn't respond to the door, yet the imposter maintains his charade, even staging a fake phone call to report the homeowner's lack of response. Another incident involving the same man was recorded at a different residence in the area, also equipped with a Ring doorbell camera.
Hi, sorry to bother you so late. Rushmore with the Winfield Police Department. I'm an investigator. One of your neighbors down the street reported a missing.
In this instance, the homeowner opens the door. The video concludes abruptly after the man discusses a supposed missing person case. When the homeowner indicates no knowledge of the case, the interaction comes to an end. The intentions behind this man's impersonation of an investigator remain unclear. Often, such deceptions are aimed at persuading people to open their doors under the false sense of security, potentially leading to robbery or other more sinister outcomes. However, in these cases, the man didn't engage in such activities, leaving his true motives a mystery.